Novel Reader 16. Um, okay, so I just finished the other day reading Book 2 of The Hunger Games called Catching Fire, and I actually don't have a copy of it with me because I read it online. But anyway, the cover is red and it has a picture of a bird flying away on it, and it's by Suzanne Collins. Book 2 of The Hunger Games. I don't know if I said that already, but anyway. It was really good, and I had heard from my friend, he told me the first book, The Hunger Games, is kind of like an introduction to Katniss's world, and Book 2 is like when it really starts, and then Book 3 is when it ends, obviously. I'm working on reading Book 3, so hopefully I'll have that review done soon. But, Book 2. So, basically it picks up right where the last book left off. Katniss has, Katniss and Peeta won the Hunger Games, and they're back to their new, luxurious lives as, victors. People who won the games in a rich part of District 12. And soon they're going to have to go on this tour where they have to go from one district to the next, and, you know, give a speech to each district. And so basically Katniss is dreading it because it's like, so yeah, I killed your kids, but now I'm going to come and say hi to you and talk to you, and I hope you guys love me, because that's how she feels. It's like, why would I want to do this? So she's especially dreading to meet the families of the people she killed, and life hasn't been the same for her ever since the Hunger Games. She's been having nightmares about things that have happened to her, and so have Peeta, and Peeta and her at the beginning are kind of like on the outs with each other. They don't really talk to each other because it just was all too confusing, and then Peeta suggests they just get over it and be friends. And that, I think, helps Katniss out a little bit more through the whole process of the tour and everything. Well, after the tour, they go back to the capital, and Katniss is freaked out a little bit because apparently President Snow meets with her at the beginning of the book and says that her being in the Hunger Games and making it so her and Peeta could win was raised cause for rebellion among the districts, and he's afraid that she's going to cause an uprising against the capital. So he basically forces her to try her best to convince everyone that she really did what she did with the berries because she loves, because she was in love with Peeta, which she wasn't, but she still has to convince people. And so she tries, but I guess she doesn't do enough because he said it didn't work, and she kind of freaks out a little bit, but whatever. So after they get home after the tour, they're watching TV for the announcement of the Quarter Quell, which is a special type of Hunger Games that they do every 25 years. And it's the 75th year of the Hunger Games. So this is the third one. And basically they do something special for the Quarter Quell each year. When it was 50 years, or each quarter, at the 50-year point, they had twice as many tributes. So there were 4 kids from each district go in, and nobody knows what's going to happen next. Well, Peeta and Katniss are engaged by then, a show to the for the capital and the districts to show that they're in love. And the card that they pull out that has the label for each Quarter Quell that were supposedly thought of at the very beginning. The card says something like, to show each district that even their like most brave or most courageous cannot beat us or can't beat the capital. The tributes will be selected from the pool of remaining victors. Basically, that in English, that means the people who've won the games that are still alive from each district, their names will be put into a pool, and they'll have to go back in. And obviously Katniss realizes she's the only female tribute alive still from District 12, and so she's going to have to go back into the arena again, which as a victor was something she was never supposed to have to do. And that's where I'm going to leave you off, because from then on out it gets pretty crazy. So that's where you're going to have to read the book, because I don't want to just give you the ending. That's stupid. Of course, if you are watching this, that's the ending from the last book. But anyways, it was really, really good. A lot of action, a lot of you got to see into Katniss's head a lot more, the way she thinks, and I don't know, just the way she works, really. You also get to know Peeta and Gale a little bit more. There's the love triangle that everyone's talking about because of the movie sort of comes into play a little bit in this book, but it's not what the story's about. So that's just kind of like an underlayer. So I don't know why everyone's talking about the Hunger Games as if it's some kind of new version of Twilight, because it's not. But it was very good. Very like consuming. It sucks you in. I love those kind of books. And like the first book, it leaves you kind of on a cliffhanger, but that just makes you come back for more, and I know that from writing. People hate cliffhangers, but they keep reading, so so keep watching videos. Give me books to read, because I'm almost done with the Hunger Games series here, and I guess that's all I have to say.